DJ Victor, bring me the bitch. I got a sniper inside of the range. Had you shooting while I'm driving the range. Booted up the Percocets, not a game. Cold ain't chills all in the brain. I'm going into my brain. I'm taking over your land.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Just Trying Breeze, aka AZ, here with another video after a sweet little bit of time. I ain't gonna lie, you know what I'm saying? My fault. But shit, we here now. I wanna say I appreciate all y'all for the support on the last couple videos I uploaded a couple weeks ago, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. And shit, this video is gonna be my first ever really reaction video, because you know what I'm saying, I wanna try something new. So shoot, without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Yeah, so we're gonna be reacting to a lady hiding her son's body in the fucking trash can. That's awesome, I guess. Okay.
DCFS. And,
what?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves?
Absolutely not.
No, it sounds crazy to me, too.
That's Sushi Staples, a mom from Illinois caught on body camera denying she has a son. The problem? She's lying.
Man, this is crazy. I don't know. I think I'm being framed.
I'll lay out the entire sad story that includes the death of Staples' 10-year-old son.
Being framed is wild, lady. I ain't gonna lie, bruh. For you, what? If your kid shot himself, that's like some shit that's like, what the fuck? But for her to hide his body in a trash can instead of like telling authorities or whatever is wild, bro. Some people ain't fit to be parents. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Thanks for joining me for Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. The case of Sushi Staples and the accidental shooting death of her son Zion is so incredibly sad. Staples is serving a 2-year prison sentence for Zion's death. She pleaded guilty to hiding his body in a trash can for 8 months. But Staples actually wants out of prison early.
Yo, I was thinking this shit was something recent. She hid his body for 8 months in a garbage can, letting him just sit there decomposing is wild.
More on that in a bit. The investigation into Sushi Staples started back on July 25th of 2023 in Rock Island, Illinois. Police received information from a woman who had known Staples for many years.
At first it was just like a regular phone call, like how you been doing and stuff like that. And then I heard her like crying a little bit. And I asked her, I said, what's wrong? And she just stated to me that Christmas will never be the same again.
She not right, bro.
She then stated to me, I said, why, what happened?
No cap.
And she was like hesitant to bring it out and tell me. She then told me that her son she was gone from the house, and she told me that her son had shot himself.
And who do you know her son as?
Zion.
Okay.
That friend of Staples told police that she confessed to hiding Zion's body.
She stated that he shot himself.
That don't make sense to me, though. Your son shot himself, and you felt like it would be best to hide him in a fucking garbage can. It's so just like it's not right, like, at all. And that just shows what she is in her head. Like, what the fuck you gonna hide?
At the time he was 9 years old. I said, what do you mean he shot himself? How did he I asked her some questions like, how did he get a gun? Like, how did that happen?
That don't add up. I ain't gonna
She explained to me that she had just stepped out to run some errands, and she received a call from her daughter Serenity saying that Zion was gone. And she said, what do you mean gone? She said, why is he gone? Is he outside? Tell him to get back in the house. But she told me before she left, he kept saying that how he missed his dad or something like that.
Something's not right with the whole thing. What? Something is not right with this whole scenario, to be dead ass with you. Like, she's saying her daughter told her this shit or whatever. I feel like, bro, like, she probably did this shit, to be honest. There's no way your son killed himself and you didn't turn it into authorities. Instead, you decide to put his body, whatever you had to, whatever, you just cram his body into a trash can.
He was crying because he felt like he missed his dad or something like that, she had stated to me. Then she said that Serenity said, no, he's on the floor. He's bleeding everywhere. She feared that they would take her kids away, and she was scared to lose everything. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said she still had him there. She told me she purchased a burning barrel from Home Depot or something like that you burn leaves and stuff in. She still had him there. She was scared to lose everything. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she said she still had him there. She told me she purchased a burning barrel from Home Depot or something like that you burn leaves and stuff in. And
you, at that point, you really do not deserve to have your kids. When we keep it honest, like you were scared to lose your other kids, so you put your son into a garbage can to not be found, which you left inside of the house for 8 months, just sitting there. And then you was telling yourself too, you goofy.
Stored him in that. I'm like, what?
Like, you goofy.
And she said, yeah, he was stored in that in her basement. She said she tried to set him on fire.
Now, after hearing this, Rock Island police, of course, went to Staples' home to investigate. And she put on quite a show. Take a look.
You miss Staples?
Yes, how can I help you?
So we got kind of a weird phone call. Do you know Latricia?
No,
No.
I don't know anybody out here.
Some lady called DCFS. And,
What?
And kind of made some claims that you had a child that accidentally shot themselves.
Absolutely not.
No,
Not-
it sounds crazy to me too. That's what.
I am so sorry about this. My ex-husband, his new girlfriend, this broad is off the chain. I have went down to Rock Island and filed a police report on her.
Okay.
I have went and put a restraining order on her.
What's her name?
Her name is Tony. This girl is never in it. She has so many different Facebook pages she stalks me from. She has made up different names, called me from different.
I don't care. I ain't gonna lie. I already got. However, I look at this bitch. Like, she's wild. She's literally just. Really just all. She's really just all talk. She's capping.
Numbers. I have changed my number, tried to do everything I can.
Right.
Unfortunately, I can never seem to get them served because they're always bouncing around in the Chicago area.
Oh, okay. They're not even down here.
They're
Then.
not even out here.
Staples insisted she did not have a son and was indignant that police were even questioning her. Here's more of the exchange.
You guys only have girls.
Yes,
Okay.
I have.
But, like, I don't know how all this shit works, but I'm pretty sure there's a database or whatever showing if you have kids, if you push the little nigga out or whatever you want to say. Like, there's no way that's just gonna go unnoticed. You saying, just by you saying you don't have a son. Meaning, literally, if you went to the hospital and that shit goes all into a database or whatever. So niggas know you got a fucking child, like you got a son. And for you to claim that you don't have a son is wild and only have daughters. You're insane.
Or do you want to see them?
No. They said it was a son. I was just curious
Sir.
if that's even true.
It's not.
Okay.
It's a never-ending story with these two.
I get. Like I said, I'm not trying to bother you or anything, but we get a call. No matter how crazy it sounds, we still got to come up and see if there's any truth.
And this is crazy.
It is.
This is very crazy.
Okay.
I
See
have
how
been
she-
living here for 6 years.
You see how she over here getting like not hostile, whatever you want to call it, but she over here getting a little antsy because they saying they need to see the house now, cause she knows she's in the wrong, bro. Only someone who got something to hide would be that worried about letting the cops in their crib about some shit. Like if I heard some shit, like the cops came to my crib telling me that they got a call about me killing my child or some shit, and it wasn't true, I wouldn't have a problem with y'all niggas going through my crib unless I got like almost like a kingpin or some shit. I got drugs in the crib. Maybe I'll be a little worried. But nigga, she got something to hide, bro.
Years.
She got
I've
something.
never, my neighbors have never had a complaint. Don't you think if my neighbors would have heard something like that, they would have made a call or said something to somebody?
I would believe so, yeah.
Just think about it. It don't make no kind of sense. This girl is psycho.
Just so I can check the box off, can I look in your basement real quick and I'll get out of
No,
here?
you need a search warrant to do that. I'm sorry. I'm not about to have rights violated because someone makes your rainless allegations like this.
I know. Like I said, it sounded crazy to me too. I'm just up here seeing if, we have to investigate it.
Now, police obviously didn't buy what Staples was selling. They had received a call about a child who hadn't been seen in many months.
Modern food science has literally created thousands of artificial chemical ingredients that never existed before. These ingredients end up in our food.
Can I see the warrant, please? And I can call my lawyer. Can I see the warrant before we walk any further?
We have a valid search warrant.
I want to take just a short break from this about the policies in the and also show you can get
But she over there blocking away from the cops to get through.
Staples, of course, told them that's what they needed to do if they wanted to look inside her home.
I'm scared to death because I don't know what's going on.
And
you're scared because you know what's going on.
The reason we're here, okay, is because we're investigating a call that we had, okay? The officers came out and talked to you last night, correct?
Yes.
Okay. We have to handle that real seriously, okay? Because the allegations are that you have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so he's here in this house. You have a son and that he's deceased and he's here in this house. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. Do you have a son named Zion?
No, I don't.
You've never had a son named Zion.
No.
Are you claiming benefits for a kid named Zion?
No. I haven't gotten any benefits for anyone.
Staples had an answer for everything. Police informed her that the Department of Children and Family Services in Chicago had contact with her children, including Zion. Staples again blamed her ex's girlfriend, who she called a stalker.
You filed for public aid. You got your daughter.
Gotten benefits since I was in Chicago. So I'm not sure. I told you my identity was stolen.
Mm-hmm.
My taxes were illegally filed. I went through a whole thing with the IRS. That was not me.
But who was this Zion that was interviewed by DCFS up in Chicago, right in the presence of all your other children?
There was no one
Zion
interviewed.
Staples.
No one was interviewed. Where did you say someone named Zion Staples was interviewed?
It was.
Because the call was made.
That's facts. If DCF was involved before, because I've had DCF involved, and I'm saying, family situations, whatever. But if they're involved, they take down that information. It's not like that nigga. Her son got excuse my language. Her son, all his information is in the system. So she's basically.
My son Kentrell by his father.
Yes.
It was never made about a Zion Staples.
But when they went there
DCFS did a
was.
report.
The only child that they spoke to, because it was regarding him, had frequent visitors. We had kids in the neighborhood come over.
So,
Some of those kids that were implicated were not, in fact, our children. They were there.
So you're saying there was a
attending
kid in your apartment that was not your kid, named Zion.
I didn't say his name was
Staples.
Zion.
So
No.
we just claim the kid. Apparently, like you denying that all this information they coming to you with, that you had this kid. There's reports of him being in DC, going to DC, DCP&P or whatever they call it now, and they got all these documents or whatever, and you're denying the fact. Like, that is so wild to me. Like, bro, search that bitch out,
Well, somewhere here, we've got to clear this up with this Zion Staples.
The detectives then confronted Staples about information they had received and the fact that she had texted someone about the police approaching her the night before.
After that officer left last night, you texted this person and was talking to him.
Pictures of now.
Well, we have to take pictures of the whole house
Okay.
and then we'll search, just to show that we're not like breaking stuff and everything else like that.
Now she's calm as fuck 'cause she knows she's fucked.
So
she knows it's over.
you
Once they
were
go in
pissed
that
off
basement,
that the officers were here, and then you.
I didn't know who it was because I thought it was this girl that found my number again because nobody has my number. So I thought it was her harassing me again. That's why I told the officer last
who
night.
did you text? And
I thought it was Tony. Catch a break from this.
because we have the whole text thread between you two right after the officers left.
It's pretty personal to each other too. Like you guys very well know each other.
But I thought
It's talking about somebody's daughter. It's talking about it's going back and
because
forth.
people are shitty. They say crap about your kids for what?
But you guys know each other. It's not a random just I'm texting a stranger getting mad. It's you two know each other.
You know what? People come after me all the time, and these are the same people I lend my hand to. I've paid for lawyers for people. I've helped people do things. So people envy you all the time. What can you do about it?
Eventually, police told Staples she was going to jail.
Turn around for me.
Oh, no. I'm going to jail? What am I going to jail for? What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
So now you're going to railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is. You're saying that he doesn't exist.
My kid.
you over here denying the birth of this
So
kid.
now you're trying to railroad me.
Railroad you what? You did
Your
this to
officer
yourself.
just said he didn't. I didn't get any benefits though. I didn't file any IRS returns.
You're in
If you
possession
go
of
look-
false documentation, and you already said that you signed up and have him for financial aid.
But I didn't. That's what I told you.
Police searched Staples' house extensively, going from room to room, and then Staples was taken to jail. She was charged with several felonies, including concealment of a death, obstruction of justice, and failure to report the death of a child. Police found Zion's body in a metal trash can in Staples' home. He was wearing Spider-Man pajamas. The coroner determined he died from a gunshot wound, likely suffered in December of 2022. Detectives also interviewed Staples' hairdresser.
There's no way that gunshot wound was like self-inflicted, bruh. Cause if your son accidentally killed himself, the right thing would have been to report that to authorities instead of like hiding his body in a trash can and letting him sit there and denying that you even ever had a son after that. And then for you to go tell your friends about that shit is wild. I ain't gonna lie. But shoot, more of this video, guys. Watch who you have kids with, bro. I ain't even gonna lie. These bitches be crazy. But shit, y'all, that's been me, Breeze Squad. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you fuck with me, you fuck with me. If you don't, it's a vibe. But shit, I'll catch you on the breeze. Let's go.
DJ Victory, bring me the bitch. I got a sniper inside of the range. Had you shooting while I'm driving the range. Booted up the Percocets, not a game. Cold ain't chills all on the brand. I'm going into my brain. I'm taking over your land.